cavalry's arrived. And it looks like they sent in the big guns.
Why did the Brotherhood send it here?
We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
Who's Elder Maxon?
Maxon is the commander of this division of the Brotherhood of Steel. He's the model of what every Brotherhood soldier hopes to become. If we're going to war, I can promise you that he'll be leading the charge. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
We still have so much to learn about the mistakes we made in the past, and how to prevent us from repeating them.
Scribe?
Bring me that artifact so I can pack it up and get it ready for transfer.
The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight. Damn ferals. Radiation has a twisted sense of humor.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good
Guess you
measure.
got your reasons.
Why take the
But
chance?
that just looks like junk to me.
If we intend to stay here, we need to reinforce this compound. You know those synths with the plastic faces? They creep me the heck out. Sweet.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferals.
Hey,
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? Sick. take prisoners.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
In my experience, hotshots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals. No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
can a machine believe it's alive? That's ridiculous. Now that the Pridwin's here, we can take the fight to the Institute. Carry food with you or you'll end up eating some questionable things.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Shoots through barrels like paper.
Wish I was back at HQ. I feel a lot safer with the Pridwin hovering over my head.
Lancer Captain.
It can be so hard to find good artifacts these days. Ones us scribes can actually glean information from. But it's always worth it when we do.
Quit screwing around and get out there.
We've got the airport ruin secured. The perfect staging area for our assault. Taking on a death claw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
All right. I've always wanted to see what this was like.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions. There she is. It's been far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Whatever you need, you've got it.
Hey,
Okay. What am I doing?
over here.
Aye, aye, sir.
Move here.
Consider it done.
Here.
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted, and welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin. So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who boards this vessel. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the... You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission. Understood?
What exactly is your mission here?
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxon will be addressing the crew shortly, and I'm certain all of your questions will be answered. Now, was there anything else?
Not even a hint? Come on. I deserve it.
Look, all I can tell you is that we're here directly in response to the data that Dance's recon team...
Uh-huh.
Beyond that, you'll just have to wait until Elder Maxon...
Uh-huh.
Now dispense with the questions. It's time... That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address.
Sure.
If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. And you're no knight. Until Elder Maxon grants you that title. Anything else?
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed to Elder Maxon's address.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Can you tell me anything about...
Elder Maxon is the supreme command. Without his tenacity and his vision, we'd still be a small group of complacent
Uh-huh.
In a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a...
Right.
He's an inspiration to us. Is there anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the... Dismissed, Initiate.
Welcome aboard. Elder Maxson is holding his address inside the command deck.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our mission. Beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam! If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge. Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me doing 100 push-ups.
Sir.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
Care about them? I thought we were preparing for war.
The Brotherhood is here to prevent a war by starting one of our own. The difference is, our war won't reduce civilization to ashes.
Don't worry. I'm convinced.
Paladin Dance's reports were quite clear regarding your feelings toward the Brotherhood. And he concludes that you'd be an asset to us. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
Only a knight? Why not a paladin like Dance?
The Brotherhood maintains a strict hierarchy, organized by rank. Paladin is several ranks above Knight, and it took Dance many years to achieve that goal. With your continued loyalty to the Brotherhood. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the...
Right.
Welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier.
Vertibird docking systems and fusion coolant feed systems report...
Elder Maxson?
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight.
Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
Our vertibird should give us the air superiority we need to win this war.
find many of those anymore.
I'll administer your exam after you've checked in with Dance and Elder Maxim.
Captain.
I'll administer your exam after you've checked in with Dance and Elder Maxim.
Medical report, Knight Captain Cade reporting. I've been working closely with Scribe Naraya, examining some of the synth bodies that our recon teams have recovered. Even though we have yet to recover the synths that appear completely human, these lesser models are still astoundingly advanced. What's becoming apparent is that the Institute is the most technologically gifted enemy we've ever encountered, and therefore exceedingly dangerous. I've turned over all of my data to Lancer Captain Kells, along with my recommendations for developing effective countermeasures for these synths. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much it will help, given the fact that the real enemy are the synths that could be hiding among us.
I'll administer your exam after you've checked in with Dance and Elder Maxim.
So how did it look out there?
We've got
Paladin
a lot
Dance.
of work ahead of us,
There you
brother.
are. How did it go with Elder Maxim?
He's a very dedicated man. It sounds like he stands behind everything he's saying.
Of course he does. How could he afford not to? I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance, not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up...
So what's all this about you being my sponsor?
Elder Maxon is understandably particular when it comes to new recruits. He believes in order to keep the Brotherhood strong, as your sponsor, it's my duty to travel with you throughout the Commonwealth to ensure that our ideals are being observed. That's why I'm so concerned about your performance in the field.
I won't let you down, Dance. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know it. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor,
Do you need to come with me now?
it might help if I tagged along with you. On the other hand, you might want to make your first impression without...
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding. If you keep hoarding that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down.
Mess is self-service, brother. You take what you need.
Hi.
There are days I miss being out in the field. Usually during lunches.
Give me a laser rifle and my power armor, and I'll take on the world.
I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar on his face from going one-on-one
Hey
with
there.
the Death Claw.
Hopefully the next recovery team will bring back some decent supplies. Been having to get real creative lately.
The Pridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. If you can't fix it...
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to kick your way through a Mirelurk. Got it.
There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
Proctor Ingram?
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
I can handle myself.
Hey, if Paladin Dance vouched for you, that's good enough for me. You just don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Is this where I get my power armor?
Ha! That's always the first question from the new guys. Let's see. I just fixed up a pretty decent T-60 suit. The left leg act. It's sitting in Bay 3. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Come on. If we're going to be working as a team, we should get to know each other better.
I'm not really looking for sympathy. And honestly, anyway, if you need any work done on your power armor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get...
Right.
Charging into a situation guns blazing is a good way to get yourself killed.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
Oh, my list of maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked... Where are you off to? Isn't something I said?
Proctor Tegan.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage. I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, the powers that be have me locked in here. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up, right? Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps, and everyone contributes. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything.
Sure.
Of course, if you're just looking to me.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It's nothing like you're thinking. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting, and since I'm stuck up here manning this one, after you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, you got it.
Proctor.
Remember, come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew.
Give me a work if you need it. If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
I can't believe super mutants were human ones. How could science have gone so wrong?
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks
The
for letting
Institute
me
giving
borrow
machines free will? My programming says that's monstrous.
Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner. The Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death.
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just, what if I miss?
Don't.
Okay, sure. Firing. Everything holding together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good. Firing.
All right. Everything looks nominal. And you didn't scuttle the ship. Thanks, Initiate.
Sure. Anytime. Thank God.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical... First question. As a child, were you ever exposed?
Wouldn't Vault-Tech's screening process have caught this already?
Vault-Tech's screening process? Let me check my notes here. You were a Vault Dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second, have you ever had, or...
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non...
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many Wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that since you haven't spent too much time in the Wasteland, I'll assume your... Last question.
Right.
Would you have any problems?
That's more of a morals question, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that the mental state of the crew is... Anyone that hesitates firing in combat due to misguided moral standards certainly isn't Brotherhood material. So what about you?
Nope, no problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent. I think I've got all the... I see no reason to prevent you from beginning. If you ever need medical assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you bothering with that junk?
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment.
Which books contain pertinent information?
Technical volumes, repair manuals. That's why I consider everything else.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash.
Well, I'm pleased you agree. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described under normal circumstances. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
What exactly is a research patrol?
Simply put, we send a small two-man team to scout a location and evaluate it. Saves us from sending an entire retrieval team to a worthless location.
What type of technical documentation are you looking for?
The Brotherhood is primarily interested in collecting information that might assist.
Mm-hmm.
Medical records, science journals, weapons.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of and if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have... In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Proctor Quinlan.
Ah, Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
Do you have any idea where I can find more of them?
Offices, laboratories, military... I'd try searching desks, filing cabinets. Have you had any luck finding any yet?
I found some technical documents.
These aren't technical documents. I don't have time for game.
Quinlan?
Ah, Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
Do you have any idea where I can find...
Offices? I'd try searching. Have you had any luck finding...
I've got time to assist on...
Excellent. A scribe's work is never done. There's always more. Meet the scribe just outside. You will escort and protect him while he collects data and...
Mm-hmm.
Stay alert for the scribe's sake. Remember who
Damn
the
it,
real
Scribe,
soldier is
I
out
told
there.
you I didn't want the corners bent. The issues were to be in mint condition.
I'm sorry, Proctor, but
I'm still working on it.
Good, good. Hopefully, it won't be much longer.
Price guide from cover to cover, so I'm well aware of its past value.
Never mind. I gotta go.
Very well then.
Rest squarely on your shoulders,
And
because
I
you
promise
chose
it
to
will
ignore
never-
the important lesson I taught
sir?
you.
What's that red blinking light on your terminal?
What? Oh, damn it all! I left it in record mode. Just let me...
Don't let Ingram catch you standing around. You'll be on report before you can blink.
Let's talk to Proctor Teagan. I bet he has some excellent mods for our power armor.
Personal log entry 142. I can sum up living on the Prydwen in 4 words. I miss field assignments. Don't get me wrong, the research we're doing is exciting stuff, but life on this ship is a nightmare. I'm trapped in this metal tube 18 hours a day. I still can't decide who smells worse, the soldiers or the mole rats. And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes mutants seem scholarly. scribes cannot have it this bad.
Tighten up the meter. Like that. Now split the difference. There. That's it. You got a new
Having the Quidwin
Yeah,
moored above the
research.
airport keeps the babysitting shielded by business.
It's guard duty. Why? What'd you get?
Vanguard.
You're kidding.
Now it ended up rotation. I'll try to leave a couple of seconds.
Lucky bastard.
Feeling a bit nostalgic?
This is our supply. Unless you're here on official business, I need you.
Remember your 3 C's.
Reporting
Cranium,
for duty, sir.
crotch, center mass.
What's the mission?
Research patrol. I'm collecting data, and you're watching my back, sir.
Maybe later.
On your order, sir.
Outstanding. I can see you don't need
They can't hide from us.
the final rule of my range. No injuries. Anyone foolish enough to get hurt during practice can climb up. By Elder Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Quidwin's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there. Wipe out everything that moved. Understood?
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part of the Brotherhood arsenal. A squad of troops armed with one of these. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to... That enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have an...
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed, and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Sergeant?
If you need supplies, report to Dr. Tegan.
This isn't safe at all. We need to find some cover as soon as possible. This area seems to be in disarray. I wonder if this is recent. Proceed carefully. These fortifications may still be inhabited. I'd just leave that if I were you.
Thanks for your help fighting him off.
Seems to be growing well. I'd like to trade some items. Seems to be growing well.
What's that? What's there? What? Who's there?
I'm not gonna make this easy for you. Fortification will make an excellent fallback.
Yo, psst.
Need something? Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
Someone there. I hear something.
Yes. Whatever this thing was.
Kill them all!
Victoria!
That's around my neck!
Lost them.
Scream for your worthless life!
Think you're clever?
Nice.
Judging from the amount of dust present, it's safe to assume we're the first people to investigate this location in quite a while. Remain vigilant. This place may appear abandoned. But that doesn't mean we should drop our guard.
Bingo.
I wonder what's in here. I can't do that. It's secured. Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial. Anything useful? This area seems to be in disarray. Wonder if this is recent.
Word came down that the Army just unloaded the first batch of the M42s this morning. I've only seen the specs for these little beauties on paper, so Private Bertram and I snuck down to take an early look. When I heard that the eggheads were designing a manned portable nuke launcher, I thought they were nuts. But they actually got the damn thing to work. And after seeing the real thing sitting right in front of me, I think they could be just enough to tip the balance of this war in our favor. I mean, can you imagine the look on the enemy's face when we get dropped into Anchorage carrying these babies? They won't know what hit them.
What is it? What? Who's there? Someone there. What's that? Ah, it was nothing. Gotcha!
You hear that?
We've got company!
This area seems to be in disarray. Wonder if this is recent.
Who's there? A noise? Oh. What's that?
Developing this level of technology is a lost art. I don't think we're alone. You hear that?
Must have been
Nice try! Send them back to hell.
Hold your ground! Scream for your worthless life!
You never know what you'll find.
Vaporized!
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
Hate's too gentle a word. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up. I've been fighting for years, trying. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. It would be Armageddon repeated. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric.
How could synths bring about our destruction?
If the synths reach the point where they certainly possess the capability to make more of their own kind. So we'd become expendable. And with Institute technology on their side, nothing. It's a nightmare scenario.
Sure.
Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as dismissed.